What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Great to be back. So check it out, right? Today I want to talk about minding your moon, and I don't mean where the moon is in your natal chart. We can talk about that at another time. But I just want to talk about the moon transiting at the current time right now, and learning how to honor it and what is it really for. And this is my explanation of the sun and the moon. I want to talk about both of them, but more emphasis on the moon. My analogy is this: the sun is the spine, the solar component inside of our body. It's like our battery. If you watch The Matrix, I'm referencing The Matrix again. Yes, I am. I'm a film buff. So it's like it's our battery. You know what I mean? It turns the lights on. We're able to see. You know what I mean? We become aware that we're conscious when it comes to the sun and our soul. The moon, on the other hand, is a luminary as well. The moon is about survival, security, right? I'm gonna minimize it to those two things right now, and I'm saying this because, like, some people believe that the sun is prominent when it comes to survival. It is prominent when it comes to will. You will to do something, especially when you see something, right? You're like, oh, I want those, whatever you see in the window or that car, whatever. And you're like, I'm gonna get those, That's your sun, right? But at the same time, we got to think about the sun and its generosity, its warmth, right? A lot of the times when people get stabbed in the back, when they get betrayed and things of that nature, it's because their sun, their soul allowed them to be so warm to things that are external to them that they weren't suspecting enough of, that these same people can do them dirty. You know what I mean? It's not the moon, though. The moon is like an instinctual, I don't want to say killer, but you know what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? Your moon is your intuition that'll be like, we not moving that way. Like, oh no, I ain't fucking with son. Or I don't fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? And you might have known them all your life or something too. And then all of a sudden they changed. And all of us changed. You know what I mean? The past 15 years I've changed drastically, but we all change. You know what I mean? But your moon is the luminary that'll nudge you and you'll be like, oh, nah, they not good for me. You know what I mean? We moving on to whatever, something different than that. That's not the way that I'm heading. Like, they on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? That's your moon, because your moon wants to survive at all costs. When it gets dark, your moon is on point. It'll see through the dark. It'll feel its way through. You know what I mean? So the reason why I'm talking about minding our moon and when it's transiting is because if you can move as fast as your moon does, I think any and everyone will be, I would say, in the game at its optimal level. And I used to think like, you know what? Nah, exercise patience, to the fullest degree, because and those types of techniques can work when it pertains to certain things. But if you mind your moon, it's not that you have to move and take action because of where the moon is in the solar dial. It's about being mindful of where the moon is in the solar dial. You can still exercise patience and stuff like that, but when the moon being where it's at is a hint to you. It's an intuitive nudge to say, hey, pay attention to this, because your survival could depend on it. And I mean survival when it comes to security. You understand what I'm saying? So let's say you're looking for money, for example, and the moon is in Aquarius right now, and while I'm doing this video anyway, and the sun is in Libra, right? So you're going to be looking at relationships, contractual agreements, in the public at large. Now, this differs for every different sign, y'all. So although those are the attributes of Libra, if it falls in the 8th house for like Pisces, as it does, then this may be something that's kept under wraps and may be something that's secret. So when you say public at large, it might be like, well, not so much, because it's in the 8th house for Pisces under the solar dial. You get what I'm saying? So pay attention to every sign that's watching this, find out where Libra is to understand the rest of this discussion. So, but the characteristics of Libra still remains, right? Relationships, bringing fair relationships, balanced relationships, making a contractual agreement. Boom. So what I found out with this minding the moon thing is, and I've been telling people to track their moon for about 1.5 years now, maybe 2. So it's nothing new, but I'm just updating this pretty much, is that with the moon being in Aquarius, there's a discrepancy between these two air signs, Aquarius and Libra. And what I found is because Aquarius represents equality as the sign of equality, with the sun, which is concentration and focus, being in Libra, it puts emphasis on an exclusive deal. On an exclusive deal between two parties, maybe more, but for the most part, two parties, right? And it says, okay, because this person has that much talent, or this person brings this to the table, then when this comes together, we're gonna put it at this number and at this rate for this term, for this long of a term, right? Those are contractual words, if you know what I'm talking about. So, right, it's an exclusive deal. But when you look at the bigger picture, if someone from the outside is looking into this deal, they're going to say, well, that's not fair, right? So here you have the sign of that's about being fair. Because you're making the deal so exclusive, the people from the outside looking in, because this is what they're going to do. If they find out how much, we're going to talk about money right now, how much money was consolidated in that deal, and then you give them a different number than what is in that deal, they're going to say that's not fair, right? They're going to start marching, picket signs, whatever, emails, equal pay, equal pay, equal pay. And that's something that is largely at hand right now, right? This also ties into socialism. This might be a touchy subject for some of y'all. You might be sensitive to this, but, just take it as it is. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is what socialism is about. It's about why they get that much, why we get this much. Or why we get this much and why they get that much. Why Jeff Bezos get that much? I ain't trying to come at you, Jeff, but I'm just saying, people want to know. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not celebrating you with pom-poms and shit. You know what I'm saying? They want to know why the fuck you got all that and these motherfuckers can't go to the bath. Okay, well, I'm going to edit that out. All right? So, inquiring minds want to know. So, when looking at these two different signs, see the moon being in Aquarius, I was able to pinpoint this to say, okay, I can utilize this knowledge to facilitate what it is that I'm looking to facilitate. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that that's what can come about, those types of questions and those types of strikes from workforces and stuff like that. This is why people create unions, this, that, and the third. It's because, they don't want to get lowballed. You know what I mean? And so it's very important. I feel it's very important. Get inside of the comment section. Let me know what I left out. I feel like I left a whole lot out. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to put emphasis on that. What do you think about equal pay versus exclusive deals? And these people deserve more than this person, or whatever the case may be. How does that come about? And does Libra get in the way of that? Does the sign Libra interfere with that by trying to make these deals exclusive? What do you think about this type of stuff? I want to know from y'all.